Everyone, Ashley here with Scraps, Buttons, and Bows. We have a couple minutes before class starts. Fix my chair. We're going to be making this card in class today and an additional card just using scraps. I've got a few examples on my Pinterest that we'll be using. And this card actually came, I believe, from Mitts. Hopefully that's right. The pin was sent to me. Mitts, if it was you, thank you. Let me see here. I gotta find my Pinterest page, people. Okay, dokie. Let's see. Boards, Christmas card. So it's on our Christmas card board. And it's this one right here. Paperholiday.blogspot.com is who I guess made this one. So give her some of the credit for making it. She did, she embossed the background. And I have a snowflake embossing background, but it's too small for this one. So we're just going to stamp it and emboss it. So, but that was her original. And I think it says hers actually says Happy New Year at the bottom. But you can find this. It is on Pinterest, on my page on Pinterest, and go to Christmas cards, and it's like the second one. Let's see. So this one is my version of that with the snowflakes that are embossed. And this one says Christmas. It's kind of funny because I think he's kind of dancing. So when we do this one, I'm going to use Jingle for the class one. This one right here. It says Jingle. I'm going to use that one. And I think it's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I might just cut it off. I know I'm going to cut my stamp. Or I don't have to cut it. I can just ink just the Jingle part. But so this is the stamp set. It's Snow Village by Pink Paisley. That's the one we're using. For that card. And then also for the snowflakes, I'm using the snowflakes that come in the Hampton Art Graphic 45 Nutcracker collection. So I'm going to be using these 3 snowflakes here. I don't know if my block is so dirty. Freaking stays on. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started since we kind of know what we're using. And then, let me explain the dies. I have the Circles Nesting dies. There are these ones here. So, it is the, if you have these ones, they are the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th ones that I'm using. To create the snowman's body. And then for the paper that looks like it's written on, or the type of paper, I'm using a dictionary. I'm just going to pull. I used, like that says snowball. I kind of looked for words that were, you know, Christmas, snow, winter. So his 3 body parts all have like snow written in them. Snowfield, snowmobile, snowball, and then parts of the definition. So, okay. And then for his arms, I used the Sizzix Spring Greenery decorative strip die, and we're using this one up here. So that being said, we'll go ahead and get started with it. And then we have the scraps left over from some of the other collections. Maybe we'll get a couple cards out. We'll see. I had posted that it might be a short class, but you never know. I was having some withdrawals. So first off, we're going to start by cutting our card. And I'm going to cut it at 5.5 wide, which is actually going to be our height, which is 5.5, and then 9, because that'll give us a 4.5 measurement. So 4.5 by 5, and we'll score it right at 4.5. Okay, so our blue mat that we're going to be working with is going to be 4 3/8 wide by 5 3/8 tall. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And this is really blue, and so I'm going to tone it down just a little bit, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Here's our width. Let's get our height. Okay. I'm just going to take a little piece of paper towel here and kind of fold it up so I can work with it. I'm going to take the Lindy Stamking. This is a Starburst, and it is called Frozen Jack Frost. Let's see if it focuses. Why is my camera not focusing anymore? It's like it's broken. Oh, that's a good try there, camera. I'm going to shake it up. Get some of that out of there. And I'm just going to squirt a little bit onto the paper towel, and then I'm just going to go right over the top of the page. I want to give it that chalky, almost dusty look, and it really lightens the blue. And then I'm going to dry it because we're going to emboss next. And there we go. Toned it way down. You can see the difference. Well, hopefully you guys can. You can see the difference in the two. It tones it way down. Okay. So that's a good tip. If you have a dark paper and you want to make it lighter, that helps. I've done that with black paper before. So let me dry this real quick because we're going to emboss. Just want it to bend back the other way, so I'm just going to spritz this side really lightly. This is the back side that I spritz to have it bend back the other way because it really curled up. And it doesn't affect the other side at all. But it helps it bend back so where it's not curled this way. And it all gets adhered down, so even if it's a little bit wonky, that's okay. Use some washi. And use this scrap here. Put some washi down. Yeah, it does. I love that Jack Frost from the Lindy's. There hasn't been a white yet that I have found that's been better. Okay, so I'm just doing that to hold it down because it is a little bended. But like I said, once we put adhesive on it and stuff, it'll be just fine. So I've got my snowflakes and Versamark. And I'm just going to go ahead and start with the big snowflakes first. Do some half off the page snowflakes. Let me clean that stamp real quick. Ooh, I just want to make sure it's stamping okay. And I'm just stamping randomly. There's no rhyme or reason. I just want to fill up my background with some snowflakes. And you can go all the way down if you like. There is the border at the bottom, so it's kind of up to you. Okay, let's grab our little ones. I feel all kinds of out of sorts. We need to do roll call. I think that's what it is. We just jumped right into it. Let's do this one. This one's my third one. Hi, Auntie Maggie. We're going to be making some really simple ones after this one. Not that this isn't simple, it's pretty easy. There we go. Oh, we need one small one right there. Kind of have a hole. There we go. Okay. So I'm just using the Recollection brands. This is Opaque Embossing Powder. Snow is what it's called. So let me remove the washi. And flip this over. And I'm just going to sprinkle it all over it. Now in the original card she embossed, or she used an embossing folder and there was a snowflake background. I do have one, but it's too small and it just looked weird. So and then I'm just going to look for any places that might need a little something something. And grab my brush. and fix anything that needs to be fixed. Looks pretty good. Okay, and now I'm going to emboss it. I like this snow because you can really tell the second they go embossed. So you can tell the difference between the powder and the not. Yeah, looks good. And so we've got our snowflakes. How stinking cute are those? Okay, I'm gonna let that cool down for just a second. While we let that cool down, we're gonna go ahead and cut our shapes. Now for this, I'm going to pull out the dictionary that I specifically bought for my crafting. And actually, first, we're gonna do roll call so I can feel better. Okay, so welcome to our moderator, Miss Janny herself, and our viewers, Army Mom, Artsy, Chick, Auntie Maggie, Very Nice to You, Candy Hazard, Celebrate to Spirit, Shar, Cindy Lou, Eileen, KNB Steel, Mitz, Patty, Phyllis, Renee, Scrappin, Cher, Scrap Lady, hi Scrap Lady, SKA Jude, So Algal, Susan, Terry Sampson, and our 5 guests. Welcome, welcome. Okay, now I feel way better. Because Gwen outed me that I always have to shower before my show. It's not like, I mean, I shower every day. It's not like it's a big thing. But, like, I specifically have to, like, I will wait all day to shower right before my show. I don't know what has happened to create that pattern. But if I don't do it, I am so completely off. It's so funny. So, okay, with all of that done, let's go ahead and open our thesaurus. Let's do winter. We're going to look up winter. Winter. The last one is winter. Oh, all right. So, normally I would rip it, but it's on the inside, so I'm just going to lightly use my craft knife and cut it right out. There we go. And then I'm going to take it and adhere it down. To some white cardstock. And you can use whatever you're going to use. I'm going to use I'm going to use my ATG gun for this. I like running it through all at one time. And the reason I'm adhering it to the cardstock is because it's really, really, really thin paper. And I want something with a little bit of weight on it. Okay. I love this thing. I forgot that I had it, and so everything that needs pressure, I'm always rolling it over it now. It's not what it's really used for, but whatever. just going to trim this down. Okay, get out my machine. So I would, you know, if I was doing like mass of these cards, I would obviously just sit and cut the circles out. Just do a couple pages layered on your cardstock. And okay. I need my magnetic plate, which is probably in its drawer. That's a shocker. Okay. Now, someone had messaged me or posted on my page as to why I cut certain things a certain way, and I have no reason. It ends up how I lay stuff, and I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I've never had any damage done to dies putting them face down as opposed to top facing up. I put them face down when I'm trying to line something up. Oh. I think I glued down the wrong side. Dang it. Oh well. This one says Wise and Wishbone. We can do that. Wish. That's like perfect. So we'll do that one. Here's 2 Wises. So we'll encircle those ones. There, just like that. I've just lined them up. Oh, good, Patty. I don't know. I just have to wing it. Everything I learned specifically, unless I say, I've learned from myself. So I'm just going to set this aside. I will probably use this bottom portion for the bottom of our card. We'll see, because I actually have another piece that we can use. So now, got all my pieces, and I'm going to ink the edges of my circle. Actually, since we've got the die cutting machine up here, let's go ahead and cut out our leaf branches. So I'm just using a green with this. I'm going to change platforms. Okay, I'll run this first one through. Set that aside, and we'll do one more. Yeah, I don't follow the rules. Primarily because I don't know the rules, so I just make up my own. That's the way I think everyone should do it, honestly. Because if there are no rules, you can't ever break them. So I'm typically a law-abiding citizen. Okay. So now we have our leaves, and essentially we're just using this top branch here. Right here. So if you wanted to have different sizes or whatever, you could use the bottom branch. This cut this portion off and then just use like the stem with this one. Right here, the stem, and then this flower thingy right here. Yeah. And you know, that's what's great about these shows. You know, I do not pretend to be any kind of pro whatsoever. The way I do it is what works best for me, or how I've just had to learn it. So sometimes there's better ways, sometimes there's not. Usually my way is the better way. Okay, so we have all of our die cuts cut out. For our little carrot nose there. Oh, he's got a glitter flake right on his nose. Oh, it's like a snowman booger. We're just cutting a little triangle. See? I'm just using orange. Okay, so I've got our little orange flake. And then this also has some ribbon on it. Thought you guys would like that one. I'll just take about there. You know, that's like what, 3.5 inches? Holy schmoly, it's 3.5 inches. And so that's the ribbon we're going to use for his scarf. It's red with little blue trim around the side. Okay, so we have most all of our pieces. Let's get our bottom, our little kind of snow hill, again, which is in the words. And I've got this piece right here that I cut. I cut it the width of our blue cardstock, which is 4 3/8 wide. And then I'm just going to tear. So let me get myself some clean edges. Okay, so we've got our width, which is 4 3/8 wide, and like I said, I'm just going to tear it. And start over here. Kind of give him some bumpy little hills and a little slope. And kind of come back up. Okay. Now we've got our little snowman hill. And then I'm going to ink it. So for inking the circles around the snowman, our snowman hill, and you can ink around the outside of the card if you like. It's completely up to you. I'm using the Prima chalk edgers. This one's called Cold Ice. I just thought it was really fitting. So we'll see if it focuses. My camera sucks. Oh my god. It used to focus so well, and now it just doesn't. And my controls don't even pop up anymore. Sad day. That's okay. You guys will take my word for it. So I'm just going to ink around the edges. If I mess it up, it doesn't matter. It's just a card. I'm really surprised all the staining and ink came off my hands because I was dinking around with my art journal, which I've had okay, so I ordered what I thought was the large one, which apparently it wasn't. So I got this and I was like, oh, that's kind of small. And messaged Carol and she's like, yeah, that's not the large one. So I reordered the large one. So I'm kind of tinkering around in the small one. I think the small one's where I'm gonna like practice techniques and different things that I want to do in my art journal. So this is the first time really like art journaling for me. Okay. It is super fun, Renee, and you know, I don't think it looks too bad for my first like real go at it. So onwards and upwards. we'll see. As I learn new things, you know, I will improve, I'm sure. Or I won't. Could go backwards completely. Who knows? Okay. I'm going to let those kind of dry for a second. I'm going to get our sentiments stamped here on our little snow hill. And like I said, he kind of looks like he's like happy and dancing. So instead of Christmas, I'm going to use Jingle this time. And I certainly don't care for the little, whatever's at the bottom of this. Oh, it's not sweet. Okay, so I'm going to be using Jingle right there. And again, this is a pink paisley, I think Snow Day. Oh, Snow Village stamp set. Use my ruler. Line it up. I like using my ruler. My Timmy ruler. I am recording. Yeah, I pressed record. Yeah, so I got the small one, and then I'm going to be receiving the large one. I'm going to be seeing Carol this weekend, so hand delivered. Yay! Okay. Let's go ahead and get our ink. I'm going to do a test stamp because this one hasn't actually been used before. So let's see what this looks like. Well, I had all this scrap paper just sitting up here. Wouldn't you know? Love it. Look how crisp it looks. Jingle. Okay. No. Nope, nope. She's going to be in the area. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that and like out her. But I will be in Spokane on Saturday. My nephew Taylor, it's his birthday. He'll be 19. Yeah, 19. So let me put some washi down because this little bugger's kind of... Oh my gosh, Jenny. I know. I went in the other day, and I went in right before Carol messaged me because, you know, I like the Prima Dolls. I'm in the midst of doing my granddaughter's Prima Doll coloring book, which is the bomb. I'm just saying. Her birthday's on Sunday, but Taylor's is on Saturday. I have to take the kids school shopping, and oh my gosh, this weekend is just... All right. I gotta get over the top of it. Hold on. Tongue out. Concentrating, people. There we go. Let me... Where's my wipes? You know, I have two... Mind you, I don't have children. I do have grandkids. But I have two containers that hold the wipes. You know, those big plastic containers with the little door flippy thing on the top. Anyways, are they in my craft room? No. Let me turn my fan on. Oh, that feels so good. Okay. Pull that off of there. Alright. I feel like I want to put some stars or something else. What else is on that stamp set? Oh, here we go. I could do snowflakes, but they're all over. Jingle joy. Woohoo! There's some stars. Could certainly do that. Maybe we'll punch a couple gold ones out of gold paper. That's what we'll do. We'll give it a little pizzazz. I know, isn't Gwen's banner so cute? So cute. She cracks me up. Love her to pieces. Okay. Alright. So let me peel this up real quick. And then this side. Okay. Then I'm just going to adhere this down to the cardstock, just like so. Okay. Just going to use my ATG tape. Which I think that this roll of ATG tape got some extra sticky lovin', because this stuff is sticky beyond all sticky. It is the actual scotch, but it's usually, this is like really, it's like extra strong ATG tape. Okay. So line that up, press that down. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and put tape on the back of this and put it on our card, and then we'll put the snowman and stuff on. We don't have to do anything else to it. Oh. See? Usually you can peel ATG tape up and it just doesn't want to do it. It's not as perfectly lined as I would have wanted it, but it will work. A little bit more on the bottom. There is on the top, but that's okay. I'm going to roll this thing out. Get it nice and flat. Okay. So that is on there. Now what we're going to do is just go ahead and start putting our pieces together. I'm going to start by putting the snowman's base together, and you'll start with the carrot nose first and then put your smile on. And you can use, you know, liquid glue or whatever. Maybe just fine with tape. You could even do some dimensional if you wanted to pop his little nose up. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my black pen, which this one is a Zig Photo Signature pen. I just happen to have it on my desk. Photo safe, permanent ink, fade resistant, water resistant, dries quickly, will not smear once dry. And you're just going to make a smiley face. Just going to pen one on there. Okay. Got his little smiley face. Okay, so we're going to start with the first snowball. and adhere it down as well. And I leave these all flat except for the top snowball, which gets dimensional tape. Kind of gives it a little bit something something. Just put it right over the snowflakes. Now this next one, if you look at the picture on Pinterest, he kind of starts to, you know, lean. He's really getting groovy with his jingle song. So I'm just going to lightly mark on this side because we have arms that have to come on here, and we've got these arms right here. So go like that, and like this, and of course you could use brown if you like. It's completely up to you. Well, that's the good thing, Debbie. I'm glad I'm making you want to make Christmas cards. We've been making these all the way since January. That way we can be prepared. It's just 2 a month. And come December, well, there's been 2 months where we've had 3. So come December, you'll have at least 24 cards, Christmas cards made. That's the whole point. I always wanted to make my own, and I never got around to it because December's always so stinking crazy. So, I mean, you don't even have to make these. You could go and find other cards on Pinterest or do your own. But you could just sit for a couple of hours, 1 day a month, and make a couple cards. If you're really good at cards, you don't have to sit for a couple of hours. But I'm not so hot at cards. I'm not designing them anyway. So if someone gives me a design, I could totally make it. Kind of. That's why we have Pinterest. As long as you give credit to where you got it, which I do, and it's all good. Okay. I'm going to put his arm like so. So there's our big snowball. And let's do this little one. Or this other one, I should say. It's not really little. And that one. Just like that. Bye, Debbie. Go ahead and just put a little glue on our second circle. You can use your tape again, doesn't matter. I had the glue here. So, all right. There's our second circle. Now our third circle gets the foam tape. Okay, so just put it on the back, but I kind of left a little more room on the left-hand side because we're going to do our little ribbon, which I need to burn the ends of these. I don't like it when they get frayed. It drives me batty. My fan's going, so that's kind of a trick. Okay, let's roll some tape right in the center and fold it over. Just like so. Okay, our little scarf. Put some more tape on it. You can use glue, whatever. This stuff seems to be holding really well. I couldn't even pull the red one off the last one because I messed up and it's a big fiasco. Kind of look and see, that's where I want him. And his scarf. Okay. Let me grab some glitter paper. I fill a bag. Let's see here. I want some gold. There we go. Just pop this out a little bit. So I'm going to put some gold stars down there by Jingle. Is it this one? No. Oh, there it is. So this is a Fiskars punch, and it punches out that little star. See it right there? And it does fine with the, this is heavy too. This is heavy glittered paper. It's duotone paper. Which means it's got a couple colored tones of gold. I still had some silver ones in there from the last time I used this. How funny. I could put a frown on him. I'd tell him to turn that frown upside down. But I like the jingle with it because it really does look like he's dancing. So, perfect. We've got our little gold stars. Yes, I like them. Just using my glossy accents. There's one. Two. Okay. So it says Jingle. He's got his little gold stars down here at the bottom. And there is our snowman card. That was really fast. Huh. That one was easy. Holy schmoly. So are there any questions about that card? Any of the products that I used? I can gladly tell you what they were. I have a stamp that I've got to show you guys. So awesome. I love it. It's a Studio Calico stamp, so I'm not sure. Is that right? But I've got a card in the works with it that I absolutely love. I'm not going to show anybody. And we're going to do another one. We're going to use the scraps. And we'll find another one on my Pinterest to do. So this one says Christmas. And then this one says Jingle, which I think is appropriate because he looks like he's shaking it. So, yay. Okay. Let me grab a few things and we'll find out which one we want to do. With our scraps. I gotta grab my scraps. I'm gonna show you guys my art journal now. I'm so proud of these stinking things. Oh, I gotta set these somewhere they can dry. Okay. I've never art journaled, so. And this one, the gesso went through the seam of it, so I was a little sad about that. The gesso from the page back here, because a page fell out, and so it is what it is. This one says, sometimes you have to rise above all of the pain. And there's dark clouds raining down black hearts, and they turn to red, and then they grow wings and float back up. With music notes behind it. So, and then life's heavy choices are the hardest choices to make. And then I ripped out the definition of heavy. This is hard to bear, of weighty importance, serious, characterized by intensity of quality, deep, profound, having great weight. So, the sizes of the circles on the cards, they're the Spellbinder's Nest Abilities, and there's circle 2, 3, and 4, but I'll measure them for you real fast. Okay. So the actual circle cut for the smallest one will be 1 3/8, and then 1 7/8. The actual, I'm going from this inside line where the actual die actually cuts. So 1 7/8 and 2 3/8. So there's that. Any other questions pertaining to that stuff? So this is the small one that I'm going to tinker with. The big one's coming over. It's coming here this week, so I'm excited. All right, let me grab our scrap Christmas paper that we've been using all year, and we're going to make a card out of it. It's the Heidi Swapp Believe paper line. Yes, that's correct. Thanks, Mitz. I'm trying. It's new for me. I don't color outside the line, so this whole thing is I even did it without gloves today. You should have seen my hands. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's find a card first. I was thinking we're just going to do one super simple that you can use with your scraps. I think in October we're going to do, I want to do one of these like tag cards. I really want to do a tag swap. But this is the one I want to do in October, and it's a tag. And it says, a snowflake is winter's butterfly. I thought that would be really super cute to do. And we could totally do that. I have that doll and everything. So I think we'll do that one in October. Or more of a Christmas one. Like this one's cute too. It's got the chalkboard theme to it. But I really want to do a tag. Because the tag can be your card on top of a gift. Let's see here. Let's do this one. That one looks fun. Did we do this one last month? Did we do this one last month? Hold on. I have a feeling we did this one. You're not going to come in here and bark, sweetheart. It's just not going to happen. But you can hang out as long as you don't bark. Do the trees. That one? Yeah, I suppose we could do that one. I also thought this one would be cute too. I like that one. Of course, I'm not going to stitch around the edge, but I thought that one would be cute. So all of these cards are under Christmas cards on my Pinterest. I've been going through and pulling ones that I like, so I want to do one out of scraps. But I want to make sure we didn't do one. I have a feeling that I keep doing all of these over and over. Okay, so these were last month's, the season's greetings. And then we did the Christmas with the sequins in the middle, which those were super easy. We've done that one. Just give me a second, you guys. We're going to do another one, but I think we'll do this one. Our Santa, that's still one of my favorites, our Santa. This is our window Christmas tree. Holiday greetings. So we've done a tree one. We've done a couple tree ones. This one was Margaret Ann inspired. Leftover scraps. They still look really cute and they're popped up. Yeah, let's do that one. This one's one of my favorites by far. Super elegant. Used ribbons and stuff. We've got another snowman card. This one was sent as well. Anna Claudia inspired. This one's the one that they spelt the belief stamp wrong. And we did that one. We've done the wreath one. And 4th of July one. And we made a whole bunch of different sizes envelopes to cover all the ones that we've made. So, oh my goodness. And then I have twice as many because I do the class one and then I do the one we do in class. So, okay. Are we talking about the rosette tree? Because I was thinking that one. We could do that one too. Oops, darn it. Let's do the rosette tree. Is it the rosette tree? Because that one would be super easy. We've got plenty of scraps for this one. You just have to cut them probably like a 1/4 inch in length less. Yeah, I know. Totally set. So we'll use the music notes. We'll use the red polka dots. Oh, here. No Santa heads. That's just too big. Kind of creepy. We'll use this green here. It's a long strip. I could probably use this strip for the rosettes for the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 layers. Okay. Creatively-savvy.blogspot.com. This was in 2010. I'm saving that star paper for one of our other cards later in the year. Do this one. Let's see here. Oh, here's some star scraps. We can use that. And the poinsettias. Stars, poinsettias, polka dots, this green, one more color. I like this black writing one too. Okay. So this is going to be tricky to figure out live. I don't follow the instructions, I just look at the picture. So I'll probably cut it down by 1/4 of an inch in length from each one, but I would imagine so we'll start with the bottom one and we'll make it green. And we will do 1.5 in height, which is the height, it will be height. And then we'll just start with 6 and then we can always cut them down as we go. Okay, we'll do 1.5. And so I need to figure out, I'm going to do green and then I'll do the black stars. And then I'll do the poinsettias and the black writing, and then I'll do the red on top. Well, this one's technically not scraps, but that's okay. So, and like I said, we'll start them all at 6, and then we'll take them down in length. Might as well. We'll figure it out as we go. So grab your scoreboard and do 1/4 inch all the way across on all of these. Oops. There we go. I need my other score tool. Why did I choose the rosette one? I hate rosettes. I've made so many of them. Patty, are you in California? Maybe I have the wrong place. I thought she was in California. It's like in the 70s here, so it's perfect for us. We get like 1 month of like heat where AC's on, except for when we're in bed because we can open up windows, but it's cold now. Every time. She gives me a heart attack. Oh, Florida. I thought she was in California. Who's in California? Is Debbie? Is Debbie, are you in California? Oh, Debbie's not here. Someone's in California. I'm sure someone in this group's from California. I must just be mixing them up. Okay. Alright. So I said green. I should do green, black, poinsettia, black writing, red. Okay. Let's get our card base out. And it looks like they've used black cardstock. Let me pick a card size that I want to use. I want to make the tree first before I decide what size of card. That just seems like the logical way to do it. And I'm going to chalk edge these as well. And it looks like on theirs they did some kind of like decorative punch. We could certainly do that. That would be cute. Let's do this one. Scalloped Diamond. EK Success Scalloped Diamond. We're going to give that one a go. Let's see how that works. Oh, that'll look cute. Cute. Like that. Got the Funky Junk Antique show going on up here, so I want to go to it. I just don't know that I have time. I could probably go Sunday morning before Rachel's birthday. I'm hoping maybe my husband will be able to go fishing this weekend. Hoping his friend will be able to take him. He would love to get out of the house and go fishing. I don't know. Whatever day you're going to want to meet. I say that we do the restaurant tour. We go to Red Robin for some strawberry lemonade, and then we go to Olive Garden for soup, salad, breadsticks, and Alfredo dipping sauce, and then we go to Applebee's and have their chocolate meltdown cake. What? That's what I said. Okay, just a couple more. We're only, come on over, Renee. That's how we roll. My sister and I, we used to do that stuff all the time. And if you actually look at it, we're having a nice cold beverage, soup, salad, and breadsticks, and then dessert. It sounds like a lot because there's like 3 restaurants involved, but really it's not. And the chocolate meltdown cake we shared. So it's not, but those are our favorites from those restaurants. Oh, Punch, what's your dealio? Plus, I have a gift certificate for a pedicure. I give myself pretty darn good pedicures, but it's always nice to have someone else do it. I got it on my birthday from my sister and my dad. My sister, her family, and my dad. So, oh, there's one more. Dang it. That sounds fun, Carol. No, I'll save mine probably till next summer. It's good for a year. It's nice because my dad actually likes to get pedicures, and so we all went and got our toes done. My sisters and I with my dad. So maybe I'll just save it for next year. I'm in no rush because I do just fine on my own. I can give myself a bomb pedicure. So, plus I've just got so much to do. Okay, so now that they're all order punched, let's get it in order here. See if our Christmas tree looks alright. And I'm just going to start folding. I'm going to have to go get my silicone mat here and plug in my glue gun. But I'm glad we decided to do a second card. I was like, I'm just going to do the one and be done, and I'm just glad. I was kind of having broadcast withdrawals, but that's okay because I feel awesome. Right. So I think it's going to be something along these lines. I think I'll glue down these side flaps like such with a little dab of glue in the middle just to give it its curve. It's so exciting. You'll have to tell your mother happy birthday from all of us. Okay. And then the next one, like that. I'm just kind of getting a feel for this tree thingy here, people. So just give me a second. I'll probably fold those flaps actually under and tape them down. Yeah, I'm the same way, except for I have no problem because they also give you a leg massage, which is the absolute. It's awesome. I'm just saying. I'll cut some off of that one. It doesn't look like it's going to look because I got to cut some off of these. I'm just looking at the colors and stuff. And the height, so I can give myself what kind of card we're making. They have the scrubby thingy to scrub the bottom, and when they do my arch or like the top under by my big toe on my bottom of my foot, I'm like a dog. I'm like, ah. But it doesn't last forever. And it just tickles. It doesn't actually hurt, so. And I'll put a gold star on top. And then probably the sentiment Merry Christmas at the bottom. Alright, let me grab my chalk edger so I can ink the edges of some of these. Black coal. To brick wall in the green. To moss lawn. I bought the big pack from Scrap It Abadoo way back when, because I figured you just do like one at a time. It's so I just bought the big like collection. I don't even remember how many were in that thing, but it's come in quite handy. But this one is black coal, moss lawn, brick wall. So I'm just gonna ink my edges because we all know I don't do white edges. And of course I'll probably have to go back and ink. I don't actually need to ink the top because they won't see it. This one is the brick. Nope. Okay, last one. Alright. Let me go grab my silicone mats. I'm going to plug my hot glue gun in. But I paint on my silicone mats when I use paints and stuff. It's actually for my hot glue gun. Multi-use. Okay. Be right back. No, not sweet. All right. Sorry, close up of my arm. All right, hot glue gun. Need one of these mats. So I'm gonna build the tree on the mat, and then we'll put it on the paper. Okay. Let's see, green. Oh no, green, black stars, red there, and then there, and then we'll put a star at the top. It just honestly looks like the points are just pushed together, but I'm just going to cut the ends of these off. So they end on the downward instead of, you know, coming back up like this. Cutting it off so they end on the downward. There we go. I'm trying to figure out how I want to. I'm just going to put some glue down. See, the thing is I don't know the measurement of the white. So if I knew the measurement of the white, we would just be gluing it straight on there. But because I don't want to give you a piece that's going to be too tall for your card. And this will all just pull right off. It's hot glue, but it'll come right off. So I'm just pre-gluing it. I'll give you guys the measurements so you guys can cut your white card, and then you'll be able to just do this right onto your white cardstock. Okay. Don't mind me and my messes. It's hard to wing a card. Okay, do this one. Whoa. Holy schmoly. Pull that one off. Ouch. I'm just gonna push these together. Okay. I'm just using my silicone mats so they can get the curvature that they need. It's really probably not this hard, but this is the first time I've made it, so. Sorry, I'm just letting glue dry, you guys. It's like watching paint dry. Yay! It's getting there. And then red. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Oh, a little bit more. Ouch. I have no feeling in my fingertips because of hot glue. It's alright. I just put a little too much down. It's high temp too. But I literally, these like sets of fingers, no feeling in the tips of them. I mean, I can kind of feel it, but not like I used to. I've made probably like 1,000 hair bows. You have to use hot glue for certain pieces, so. Alright, I'm just looking to make sure that these are relatively okay. That one's, oh, this one goes there. Or no, this one goes there. And then this one, and then this one, and then we'll do the black. Okay. And this one's going to be the little one on top, so. go. I think I'll do like a black bucket, glittered bucket. Maybe I'll do gold. I'll do a gold one and I have a gold star. Alright. The bottom one. And then our next one. And then our next one. Which we're going to cut some of this red off. Right there. One more. Nope, that'll do it. Our next one. And then our next one. And I'll fan these out. Okay, so let me measure what we're looking at here. Probably, it's a big card. Maybe I could squish them together a little bit more. 7 for the mat, the white mat. Five and a half by 7. So we're going to make an A7. So it's 5.5 wide by 7 tall. It's A7. So let's grab our white and our black. I will need 11. Let's do what? I don't let this come out. There we go. Let's cut our 7 for our height. Whoa. Huh. Well, I don't know where my blade just walked off at. Oh, maybe this is the wrong trimmer. This one. I was wondering. Geez, that arm was hard to open and 7's for height. And then we'll score it at 5.5. That'd be a bigger card. It's alright. Okay. So our mat, which is white, will then be 5 3/8 wide by 6 7/8 tall. And on the original one, it's sewn around the edge. I don't sew, so there you go. Okay. You could also do faux stitching around the edge. That would be okay. Imagine. And so when I do my A2 cards, because I've had some people like correct me on like the width and the height, I go off the this little card guide here that you get with, this is the reprint, this is the good one. And it says for an A2 that the card size is 4.5 by 5.5. So that's where I get my size measurements, because we use that to make the envelopes that we've done in previous videos. So at least it coordinates. Whether it's the correct size or not, that's what it says an A2 size is, so I will go with that. Okay. It's all matted on there. So let's put our green one. And remember, we have to have room for a star. So don't forget your star. And then our black one. And then just the poinsettia. The poinsettia one needs to have some cut off. Poinsettia. And then our red one, which also needs to have some cut off. So basically, I started off with a 6 for the green, and I would go down by 1/4 inch in length, if not 1/2 inch. Probably 1/2 inch. So this would be like 6, you know, wide. This one would be 5.5 wide, 4, 5, 4.5, and then 4. That's what I would do. And then the black, which also needs some cut off. I mean, easy 1/2 inch. Okay. Just leave room for your sentiment at the bottom. It's getting there, especially for winging it. It might look a little wonky, but hey, you know, what's a girl gonna do? I'll send it to my mom. She likes anything I make. Oh, shoo! Thought I was missing a layer. I was about to get scrappy. There we go. So that one will go on like that. Yeah, I like my hot glue. And I find pre-doing it helped. Like laying out the rosettes and stuff. That totally helped. Oh yeah, I've used some foam tape. I'm not using it on this though. Not at this current second, no. Just trying not to have a crooked tree. Honestly. That's pretty much all I'm trying to do. So I'm going to do this one at the top. And then we'll have a star. It's not too bad. You can kind of see the layers. This one's a little bit wider than it probably should be. I could cut this tine off and then this one as well. I'm going to leave it. It kind of looks cute. Alright, let's do let's cut out a little gold planter. Okay, so we might have to do this a couple times because I'm not so hot at this. Oh, that might have worked. What do you think of the little gold planter at the bottom? It's kind of like, that's the bottom of the original. I'm going to give it a little bit of a white space there. And then we're going to stamp believe here and we'll have a star up here. Huh, okay, first go. And now I just need some gold for a star. Okay. So I need my die cut machine. And I'm going to unplug my hot glue gun. And I'm going to grab the Tim Holtz Stacked Stars die. We'll use. Let me grab that. Stacked Stars die. I just gotta find it. Oh, there it is. I have on my die shelf, I have my favorites on the top two, and then ones that I like but I don't use that often. Ouch. Are on the bottom one. So let me see here. That star or that star. You know what? We'll cut both of them and then we'll just see. So when I cut my stars, because it's glitter, I face it away from the die cut, which is technically backwards, but I am tired of getting glue down in my crevices. That sounded bad. Okay. It's only taking us forever to do this, but that's what happens when you wing it. Hi, Patty. Thanks for being here. Okay, so got that one, and then this one. So size-wise is what I'm looking at. This is the big one, which I think is just too big. And the little one. Little star, big star. I almost want to do the big one. Big star, little star. Ah! Big star. This is just driving me crazy. This one right here. That is the medium star, unfortunately. There. There's my shot catcher. There we go. Okay. Let me glue the Potter down. Okay. Planter. It doesn't look too bad, I don't think. Hold on. So, I think it looks okay. Maybe if I do it in something other than gold. Maybe it's just the gold color. Maybe if I do like silver or something. I just swore that I had no stars. I have these blue snowflakes, but there's no blue. I have snowflakes that would fit on it, but they're snowflake would look cute. Hi, Gwen. Okay. Ouch. I think we're just gonna go with the gold. I don't mind the gold. It's okay. Maybe if I do a small one in red or another color right on top of it, just to give it more dimension. I think that would be cute. So I'm going to use foam tape, and it's got quite a distance to go up, so I'm just going to be stacking some on top of each other. There we go. There. It looks cute like that. Little star. I'll put a little dimension. I'll put another one right in the middle of it just to give it a little something. A little red one right in the center of it. A red one in the center of the gold one. Let's see how that looks. We really should have stamped our sentiment down there. I like it with the red in the center. I think it looks cute. Not too bad for kind of winging it. Not too bad, not too bad. I'm going to do it. Okay. Not too bad. It's a little different than the other one, but same premise. We'll stamp Christmas down here. Because I have Christmas right here. Maybe you'd stamp it. Yeah, definitely stamp your sentiment first. Didn't think of that. Let me find my... Oh, gosh. I meant to find a different believe stamp. Because the other one's spelled wrong. Hold on. Give me a hot minute, you guys. I gotta find it. Oh, let's do these ones. Let me see. What does it look like if it's sideways? Because it'll fit sideways. Totally didn't think of that. I could cut this one in half and do seasons over here and greetings over here. Seasons, greetings. What do you think? Let's see, we do it. So let's say seasons, greetings. I think so. Right there. All right. So sticky. I need to clean these stamps. Blocks. Seasons and then greetings. Okay. Bye, Renee. We'll see you in the last Tuesday of September, so about a month. Yeah, tonight's my last night until the last Tuesday in September. So
What's up?
I didn't say anything.
Is there
I
more?
kind of, no, I didn't.
Oh,
I kind of fudged that one. My husband scared me. But it doesn't look bad. It's fine. We'll do seasons and then greeting on the other side. I don't mind. You can go up the side too with it. I must think I should have done that, but hey, trial and error. I may go into withdrawals, but it's needed. I'm just so tired with everything that's happened this summer, and it's a much needed break. I'm going to pull this close to me so I can see y'all. It's been a year, but we'll come back with a good project and celebrating my year on Ustream. So the S is a little fudged on this side. You guys will be able to see it when I get close. But the greetings looks great. And then the S looks a little fudged. So seasons greetings. It's pretty simple, but it looks cute. A little Christmas tree. But we'll come back with hopefully I'll have a couple. Actually, I'm not actually taking a break. I'm using this downtime to kind of find my creative heart and soul again. Kind of missing it. So we will make I want to have my December mini album done. I'm hoping to have my October mini album done for you guys, and then a couple of other little projects. So it turned out cute for just winging it. Not too bad. I would so send that to my mom. So, you guys, thank you so much for being here. God, I feel like I'm saying goodbye to my friends. Sad face, sad panda. Okay, so this is the end of the August Christmas card class. The next time we will be on Ustream will be the last Tuesday in September. It'll be on the calendar. When the September calendar comes out, you will see my show on there, but it will be crossed out when you print. So let's see. When is the last day in September? Last Tuesday. Okay, here we go. Last Tuesday in September is the actual last day of September. So September 30th. I will see you guys like literally in a month and what, 32 days? 34 days. Yeah, 34 days. I will miss you guys too, but I'm going to be practicing and creating and playing, and so it'll be fun. I'll be on Facebook. Psh, be my friend on Facebook, and then it's like I'll never leave. It's like I've never left. So, but there's that card, and then we did this card. And then I would put a white mat on the inside of this one. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. So for those of you guys who are watching the recording, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next month.